Wrestling fans, this is C.J. Bentley for the North American Wrestling Alliance. A few weeks ago, I had the privilege of interviewing the Golden Gladiator #2 about lost footage of a match he had with Bill Mulkey on his Legend Killer Tour. He stated to us at that time that footage had been lost. We're pleased to announce today we have found that footage.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NAWA Championship Wrestling. That's right, your main event. I don't know how they found this footage, Redbeard, but Golden Gladiator 2 is going to be taking on the legendary Bill Mulkey from his Legend Killer Tour coming up here in your main event.
I don't know where they had to dig up to find that, but man alive, I'm glad that they did. And also coming up next week, we will have the first round of the Scotty McKeever Memorial Cup, the second edition of that great tournament right here on NAWA Championship Wrestling.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, next week that Scotty McKeever Memorial Cup 2 is going to be starting, but this week we're starting with the #1 contender to the NAWA Heavyweight Championship, the winner of the 4th annual Bunkhouse Stampede, Stuart Snodgrass, and he's going to be taking on the man that we've labeled him as Power, Redbeard, Mike Maughan, one half of Money and Power in singles competition here to start the show off.
And once again, welcome to NAWA Championship Wrestling. As Michael was saying there, we're joining you here again during our broadcast. I am Redbeard, and now we're getting underway with this tremendous matchup here. We got two diametrically opposed individuals here in terms of their physiques, you might as well go ahead and say. Mike Maughan looking as good as ever. Stuart Snodgrass, you know, he's a great competitor. I love the guy, but he's not exactly put together like the Adonis that is Mike Maughan there. But what is this?
He's got hand sanitizer.
No.
He's always been ahead of the curve, Redbeard.
Making sure everybody is nice and sanitized, I guess you could say, before we begin this matchup. I'm going to share some with Mike here apparently too. Make sure everybody's covered. You know, the CDC does recommend doing some things along these lines.
What's that?
Maintaining your own hygiene levels and what have you. I guess it's going to work here. We'll see. Mike Maughan not really eager to accept this gift of hygiene from Stuart Snodgrass, but we'll see how it goes.
And ladies and gentlemen, as you can see on the floor, accompanying Mike Maughan to the ring is Chris Thunder Anderson, the NAWA television champion. He kind of had a beef with Stuart Snodgrass a few months ago, so he might be out here just for protection. I wonder what's wrong with his neck. But look at Stuart securely putting away that very valuable hand sanitizer, but you can't find that stuff anywhere. I wonder where he got it from.
Depends on if you know a good distillery around here, Michael.
But here we go, opening action here on NAWA Championship Wrestling as Stuart's going to have eyes in the back of his head. It seems to be a theme when Stuart's in the ring. Last time we saw him, he was in the ring against Chris Vallow, and he had to watch out for Zuka King. Now he's in here with Mike Maughan, and he's going to have to watch out for Chris Thunder Anderson on the floor as well.
As you were saying there a moment ago, Anderson looking a little worse for wear these days with that neck brace on. Not quite sure what's going on there. But now Stuart, as you were saying, going to have eyes in the back of his head. Of course, some people have called him Four Eyes from time to time thanks to his glasses and whatnot. But those only work in front of his head, not behind. Now we're going to have a test of strength here between these two men.
The only Four Eyes here this week is you.
That's right.
And do you really believe Stuart thinks he's got enough strength to take out Power?
My goodness.
They don't call him Power for nothing. Look at the power of Mike Maughan from the Hamptons here. Wonder where J.P. Lehman's been at.
I don't know. He must be enjoying or trying to do some type of recovery from the way the markets have been tanking here recently. But look at this. Stuart now able to get an arch going. Oh, wow.
Look at that arch. An uppercut from underneath that arch there, Redbeard.
Had you going there for a minute, Michael. That was
it was beautiful.
It was a shot out of nowhere is what it was. My goodness, an uppercut. Jack in the jaw of Stuart Snodgrass. And now Stuart's in a hard way as he gets wrenched down here by the much more powerful Maughan. But look at that, Stuart trying to get something going here.
Now, you know Mama Snodgrass wants to bring Mike Maughan into the bedroom with her like she's done pretty much the whole locker room.
What? Where did that even come from, Michael? My gosh.
You haven't been brought in there yet, have you?
No. I'm a happily married man, for crying out loud. What in the world? Now look at this. Snodgrass able to dump the man over there despite the the strength differences that we've been talking about here. But look at this.
Look at that Samoan drop there. And only going to get a 2 count there, Redbeard.
Referee Darius on top of things. Look at that, sweeps the leg. Now gets control. 2 count only, though. Maughan still got enough of that power inside of him to get things going. Oh, look, Stuart, that unpadded elbow there, delivering that bone shot right to the middle of the forehead of Mike Maughan. Now Stuart got him in a hard way here. Going to potentially sling him up into that turnbuckle. And, oh, wow.
This is patented Stuart Snodgrass, signature Snodgrass, as he trips him up and goes for the pin. Oh, man, I thought that was a 3 count there almost.
Almost. Maughan was smart enough not to ring his bell on that ring post there as he went in for that slingshot maneuver. Now showing his frustration on the outside of the ring.
Not the only smart man in the ring is Stuart, as Maughan smartly goes to the floor and taking the words of wisdom from the television champion. You know, Redbeard, Thunder Anderson's held that TV title for well over a year now.
Well, Anderson, you were talking about strategy there. If you were going to take lessons from someone, he would be one to get them from. Man has had tremendous success here in NAWA, held almost every belt you can imagine, from tag team gold to, as you said, the TV title.
Well, Stuart was supposed to face Chris Thunder Anderson for the TV title, but Stuart has since went on to win the Bunkhouse Stampede, and he's got a shot at the King whenever he's ready for it. But I imagine he's researching and studying, but right now he's getting researched and studied in the ring here by Mike Maughan. That European uppercut there.
My goodness.
And another one, golly, right into the mouth and nose area.
Maughan likes those uppercuts, whether it be a traditional. Oh, wow, that's an inventive maneuver there. Popping him in the side of the head with that elbow strike.
Just because he's rich and has a lot of money doesn't mean he likes to get down and dirty in the ring here. Look at Snodgrass up and over. Hits him in the midsection. Big elbow. Wow. Those signature elbows of Stuart Snodgrass, and he's going up to the high rent district, Redbeard.
He's going up top. What's he got in mind? Double axe handle. Wow. Straight into a pin combination. 2 count only, though.
Very close to being 3, as referee Darius gives him a 2.5. There you go. Mike Maughan just back in charge, working over the lower back.
I tell you, Maughan has suddenly become a striker here. And look at this now.
Look at the athleticism of Mike Maughan, just over the top, just wringing the neck right over that top rope, taking his momentum of his body over. Just Stuart just writhing in pain on the mat here.
Tremendous amount of athleticism on display there by Maughan as well. He's really showing himself to be a combination of power and agility here, Michael.
Duh, his nickname is Power.
That's true. Pinfall, only a 2 count, though, says referee Darius. Oh, my God, look at this now. The shin bone draped across Stuart Snodgrass's throat, choking the man. Referee's got to get control.
Mike Maughan is the complete package of athleticism, strength, brains. He has it all, Redbeard. I see a very bright future here in NAWA Championship Wrestling for him, with J.P. Lehman or without, going forward. As you know, especially if he can defeat the #1 contender here in Stuart Snodgrass this week.
As he locks down that front chancery there, as you were saying, Michael, he's got some great tutelage behind him there in the form of Anderson and also J.P. Lehman.
I don't know what the relationship is with Thunder Anderson, but I'm sure it has to stem from Stuart Snodgrass and Thunder's backstory, but not real sure what Mike Maughan is getting from him besides some advice here tonight. But look at this, he's just kind of got him in a modified version of a camel clutch almost. Now he's just wrenching the head, twisting it, trying to turn that big head off of the shoulders of Stuart.
Looked as if he was trying to almost snap the neck there of Stuart Snodgrass. My goodness. As you were saying there, Michael, the relationship between these two, Maughan and Anderson, could be more or less just because of the fact they have a mutual adversary in the form of Stuart Snodgrass. Who knows, Lehman may have been in cahoots with this as well. Could have paid off Anderson to have him out here with this man.
Well, Anderson has been carrying around that $10,000, that $10,000 challenge he's got going on. As you see it sticking out of his pocket there as he's pulling back on the ropes, helping Mike Maughan, referee, seeing it there.
As only an evildoer would. They're trying to keep the man from getting to the bottom rope for relief.
And Stuart Snodgrass has got the odds stacked against him, but he is able to make it to the ropes.
It's by virtue of a matter of inches there. Stuart putting every stretch he could there to reach out to that bottom rope. still in a bad way, though, as he's now draped across the middle rope. And look at that, Maughan putting his full body weight across the head and neck. And look, Anderson's out there just toying with the man.
He's smacking him with that $10,000 wad of cash, rubbing it in the face of Stuart.
Paintbrushed him with it now. Look at this. Maughan continuing to just toy with Snodgrass. My goodness. Maughan thoroughly in control, not really going for a pinfall at this point in time, but looking to be content to continue to punish Snodgrass, flopping him out there in the corner like a dead carp or something. My goodness.
And you got to think Mike Maughan could put an end to Stuart Snodgrass at any second, any time in this match when he wants to. It seems as if he's just toying around with Stuart, which is not a good idea because Stuart is the ultimate underdog. He can come out of any situation, as we've seen in the past. Look at him, able to scooch to the bottom rope, and he's got to let go. He does have to the count of 5, referee.
He had the wherewithal to get there to that bottom rope, as you were saying, Michael. Stewart is a tactician when it comes to being in the ring, and he is also a veteran when it comes to competition. My goodness, able to jack the jaws of Maughan there. Now we got a comeback here from Snodgrass. Dives down, but what in the world? Maughan just throws him down. My goodness.
Not much of a comeback there.
No, certainly was not.
Cut him off right away. And look there, Thunder Anderson weaseling around on the floor.
Anderson's claiming innocence here. He might have not done anything for the moment, but Maughan's still choking the man here.
Usually when you're claiming innocent, you're not. And there he goes. Again, Stewart at a disadvantage here. Look at this, just choking him now.
Ah, gosh, referee nowhere to be found.
The referee's in the ring. He's just being distracted, Redbeard. And look at the neck. That neck pain is coming back. Thunder is hurting on the floor here.
He aggravated that neck injury, apparently.
And Stuart Snodgrass is being aggravated. We're going to be full of injuries after this match. Look at just pounding the face.
As I said earlier in the match, Maughan has really developed into a striker here in terms of his offensive maneuvers, delivering uppercuts, shots, their straight right hands there, as you saw a moment ago. Really just has turned the tide into a, I'll say, somewhat like Anderson's moniker there, evil, mean, and nasty. But Mike here has learned quickly from his new trainer there in the form of Anderson. Now he goes for a pinfall. Only able to get a 1 down there, and Stuart Snodgrass able to get out of it.
Oh, rolls him up.
2. Showing, as we said, the tactician that is Snodgrass here, able to flip it over. 2 count only.
And Stewart has got to find a way to get out of this side headlock. Not able to force him over for the 3 count. He's working his way back up. And Mike Maughan just cinched in on that egghead of Stewart, but he throws him off, ducks the clothesline. Whoa,
wow.
It just flapjacks him up and down right onto the mat.
Move out of total desperation there, but Snodgrass somehow able to come away with it. This match now going the distance here, Michael. These two men are going to be eating away at their own capability to hold their wind. But look at this, Snodgrass now nerding up. He's got that nerd rage flowing, Michael.
And the referee Derek, well, wait a minute. Thunder's got him by the foot. Nerd rage up on that. Gives him Mike Maughan enough time to come up from behind him. He's got him.
What is this now?
And Thunder's getting up onto the apron. He's going to get involved in this matchup.
Oh, my God.
He's got a chain, and he just hit Mike Maughan with a chain.
I bet Snodgrass hit Anderson square in the forehead with that elbow. And now look at this, Maughan seemingly dead in the ring. 2, 3. There's your winner.
Stuart Snodgrass outsmarting Mike Maughan and Thunder Anderson. And ladies and gentlemen, everybody's favorite nerd, except mine, Stuart Snodgrass, is your winner here in this opening contest.
Woo! Ric Flair of American Flair Heating and Cooling.
But Rick, I thought we'd gone over this. It's American Air, not Flair.
But Chad, it sounds so much better. American Flair Heating and Cooling. Woo!
Rick, it's American Air.
Hey, this ain't no garden party. This is here, heating and cooling, where only the strong survive.
Well, he is the man. And for service you can trust, call American Air Heating and Cooling. You'll be glad that you did.
Woo!
Now, there's an easier way to do this. If you want out of jail, call Blackman for bail. As a former WWF wrestler, I guarantee we can slam the competition. I have offices in Dauphin, Cumberland, York, and Perry counties. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 919-2015. That's 919-2015. Don't let this be you. Don't spend more time in there than you have to. That's Blackman Bail Bonds.
Blackman Bail Bonds. Call 919-2015, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Serving Dauphin, Cumberland, York, and Perry County.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is C.J. Bentley for the North American Wrestling Alliance. My guest this time is a Canadian heartthrob, Lil Donnie. Lil Donnie, a few weeks ago, we received a package at the NAWA offices, and it indicated that a anonymous person had put a $5,000 bounty on your head. Are you concerned about that at all?
I ain't concerned, because I'm the sexiest man alive. And if you want some, come get you some.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you just heard Lil Donnie. He's not concerned about this $5,000 bounty on his head, Redbeard. He better be looking over his shoulder.
Somebody wanted $5,000 from me, I'd be looking around at every person who came my way, but my goodness.
Well, he doesn't seem to be too concerned. The Canadian heartthrob, Lil Donnie, not afraid of what could happen to him with this bounty.
What's $5,000 Canadian, Mike?
Don't ask me. Ask Jeff Hart. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for your main event this week on NAWA Championship Wrestling. The lost footage, the lost tape, so to speak, Redbeard, of the Golden Gladiator #2 Legend Killer Tour. He said this match had been destroyed. This tape no longer exists, but I think he forgot there's no such thing as tapes. It's all digital now.
It's like when people say they can break the internet or take something off the internet, they don't quite understand how the internet works. Well, Golden Gladiator #2 apparently doesn't understand how digital photography works these days. But my goodness, Michael, if you had told me when we started this program that I'd be calling a Bill Mulkey match, I would have asked you to share whatever drugs you were on with me. This is just plain incredible right now.
The kids, please say no to drugs, unlike Redbeard over here. But yes, we had an intern. Someone went back into the archives after that interview, and they did some digging. And it's like the Tommy Rich Buzz Sawyer match, where everyone thought was long gone, but this hidden gem, so to speak, was found in the NAWA Championship Wrestling archives, and we're bringing it to you on this week's show as your main event. As even the referee is getting a bigger pop than Golden Gladiator 2 here on the Legend Killer Tour, Redbeard.
He comes out here dressed like a fishing lure every week with that shiny golden jacket, now looking a little bit more assassin-like as he gets down to that black and gold uniform of his. Bill Mulkey just around the ring here is going to be after the man almost instantly, trying to show Golden Gladiator what for here.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you are not familiar with Mulkey Mania, Bill Mulkey and his brother Randy Mulkey were basically what you call jobbers back in the Jim Crockett promotion era days on the TV show, and they built a cult-like status following. And the people in this area, Redbeard, to this day still remember them, still love them. As you see, the people giving Golden Gladiator '2 a hard time, and they're cheering, they're loud, and they're behind Bill Mulkey. He may be older, but maybe he's wiser than the Golden Gladiator #2.
He has forgotten more about professional wrestling than Golden Gladiator will probably ever know. And for the fact of the matter, like you were saying a moment ago, Michael, the Mulkeys were just veterans and very respected individuals from that Crockett era, and they were mainstays, Michael. They were really just great competitors. Unfortunately, never had that many wins in their career, but at the same time, well-respected, hard-fought men who had a great career nonetheless.
And the Golden Gladiator #2 is not paying much attention to the task at hand. He's more focused on the idiots here in the crowd.
Those idiots, as you're saying,
as
Michael.
Bill Mulkey is waiting for him in the ring. Don't defend these people. Let me just say what I feel like saying.
Well, they paid their hard-earned money to get here and enjoy the show.
Here we go. We're going to see the Legend Killing Tour continue here.
If Golden Gladiator will ever get in the ring, actually.
He's got a timeout. You get 3 timeouts in wrestling.
What? There are timeouts in wrestling.
Listen, Bill Mulkey is going to be thanking him for taking these timeouts because he's going to be blowed up here in the
Look at this here
2
now.
minutes. And here we go with the tossing him back into the ring. Bill Mulkey.
Mulkey looking for a fight despite, as you were saying, Michael.
And Mulkey Mania is running wild, brother. Oh, Golden Gladiator number 2. You know, he's been undefeated pretty much on this Legend Killer tour, at least in his own mind, Redbeard.
As you were saying, in his own mind. What actually is on the footage otherwise may tell a different story here. But now Mulkey Mania running wild on that left shoulder as he takes apart that joint there. Golden Gladiator number 2 regretting his decision to ever get in the ring.
All the legends, I can list off all the legends that he's claimed to beat here real fast. George South, Jay Eagle, Dion Johnson, Ricky Morton, Jimmy Valiant, the Italian Stallion. He says he's beaten them all on this Legend Killer tour.
Look at this here now.
He's just getting smacked on the rear by Bill Mulkey after he tangled him up. And Golden Gladiator number 2 spent more time on the outside here than he has inside those ropes, Redbeard.
I think he's trying to get some sort of an argument over there with the referee and saying he was being taken advantage of. But I don't think there's anything in the rule book that says you can't spank someone in a matchup. Now, as you were saying here earlier, Michael, getting the worst of the fans there is Golden Gladiator number 2. Look at this now. He was going to punch that lady.
I wish he would.
What?
If you only knew.
Oh, my gosh.
And here we go again, getting his hands back on him, but there you go.
My
Golden
goodness.
Gladiator number 2. I wonder why he wanted this footage erased, Redbeard.
It's hard to say at this point in time because now he's got control of Mulkey, putting the feet to him.
He's looking in top form here tonight. It looks like he's going to take care of Bill Mulkey pretty easily here.
Well, he spent the first 10 minutes of the matchup seemingly floundering and trying to find a way to get into the ring, but now Golden Gladiator choking Mulkey out on the ropes, hammering him in the back there, and Mulkey is on the worst for wear as he takes his chokehold. My goodness.
Golden Gladiator 2, this may be the first time he gets a win here on the Legend Killer Tour.
Quote-unquote first win, as he would say, I'm sure, as he claims to have victories over so many.
Look at that pose.
Oh, my gosh.
He's got more muscles than Bill Mulkey could ever dream of.
He's got a bicep like a garden hose, Michael. What are you talking about? Now, look at that. Just a straight thrust there, the throat there of Mulkey, as Golden Gladiator number 2 now continues to try and take apart this man as he was able to get a momentary advantage. Look at that, now moving to the knee. My goodness.
And you got to imagine after years and years of being in the ring, those knees of Bill Mulkey's are pretty frail. It's actually kind of a smart move. He's got that one wrapped up really heavily. Then he's just going right to work on it.
You know, one thing we will never be able to say about Golden Gladiator number 2 is that he is not a viper when it comes to sensing where there's a wounded area. Now taking apart, as you said, Michael, that left knee. Heavily wrapped there, as you were saying as well.
It's probably already hard for Bill Mulkey to stand up on 2 good legs. Just imagine how it's going to be with one good leg.
Taking out that knee again, my goodness. You have to wonder, was it even that, oh no, oh God. Was it even that great of an idea for Mulkey to enter this competition if he had an injured wheel, as you were saying, Michael?
Even if he didn't have an injured wheel, was it smart enough for him to enter this contest at his age and his shape?
With Golden Gladiator, especially someone who's very well known for cheating to win and taking every advantage he can to try and get a victory. Now, look at this, still jawing with the crowd.
He wants them to know that their hero, the local hero, Bill Mulkey, is going down, and then it's a pain. But he moves out of the way. That old man, Bill Mulkey, still full of surprises. He could probably beat half the NAWA roster. He got him on the sleeper hold.
Takes him into that sleeper. Now trying to wear the man down with one of the most classic maneuvers in all of professional wrestling. Golden Gladiator number 2 fading quickly here.
Can Bill Mulkey get the win in the Legend Killer Tour? I don't think so.
Backed him into the corner here. Mulkey may still be in this, but Golden Gladiator number 2 staggered now. Look at that. Mulkey puts the hold back on him.
He's got it cinched in for the second time and he's going down, Redbeard.
He's in the middle of the ring.
Now I know why the footage was allegedly destroyed.
Now look at this. That's a 1 count. 2, got 1 more. Golden Gladiator might be out of this, Michael.
Oh,
There he
dear
is. He's
God.
gone.
What else were you expecting, Redbeard? The Legend Killer Tour continuing on a successful track here, I guess, right?
Successful for his competitors as Bill Mulkey has defeated the Golden Gladiator number 2 by submission with that tremendous sleeper hold that he applied to the man there.
And Mulkey Mania is continuing to run wild here some 20, 30 years after the success of it, continuing to go strong as Bill Mulkey has left the Golden Gladiator number 2 in a heap in the middle of the ring after putting him to sleep.
As he gets the adulation of the fans here in attendance, my goodness.
Bill Mulkey continuing to show that the experience can outweigh the young youth here in NAWA. He upsets the. I think he upset him, Redbeard.
I would say so.
Look at the Golden Gladiator number 2, just lifeless in the ring. He's taking a nap.
Golden Gladiator number 2 seemingly has taken his Zytol to help him get his Z's here, and my goodness.
What is it with you and these drugs, man?
I used to work in a pharmacy. But now Golden Gladiator number 2 doesn't
There
know
you
where
go,
he
ladies.
is.
He's the winner, ladies and gentlemen. Golden Gladiator number 2. Actually, he lost this match, ladies and gentlemen. That's all the time. The lost footage, the Legend Killing Tour, aired here, right here. That's all the time we have, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next week.